Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm like slightly nervous about because I haven't really done anything like this on my channel before. So we'll see how we go. But yes, I mean, strap in. How could you not possibly want to watch this video after that fantastic intro? But I'm super excited because my Silkenberry has arrived. Now, this is completely unsponsored. I have bought this myself and I wanted to do this sort of review because I was looking for a video like this one when I was looking to purchase one of these, because these are not cheap. I am somebody that tends to curl my hair with straighteners. I obviously, I do have a bit of a wave in my hair already because I curled it yesterday. It is currently nearly 1 o'clock. And then I'm leaving for teaching at like 3:45-ish. So I can have this in my hair for about 3.5 hours is my plan. But I'm gonna do it on dry hair that I'm then gonna spray with a bit of water. So that's option number one. And then tomorrow I am going to wash my hair, like 80% dry it or so, and then put it in, and then probably keep it in until like about lunchtime-ish. So it'll be in kind of for the same amount of time, is my plan. Is my plan. So, yes, let's unbox this. First of all, I do have to say, 10 out of 10 on packaging. Oh, I'm dropping things on the floor. Oh, they've given me a discount code. I'll share that with you guys in 1 sec. But it comes with this little kind of instruction piece of paper. I don't know what to call this. Instruction leaflet. And then it's all beautifully wrapped up in tissue paper, cardboard box, completely recyclable, no plastic as of yet. So that, bonus points. So yeah, I mean, I've just got one of these little like, thank you for your purchase cards. Your support of our small business means the world to us. Please enjoy 10% off your next purchase by using the code THANKS10. So, if you guys want to use that too, you are more than welcome to. Does anybody else love a tissue paper with a little sticker? It makes me feel fancy every time. Oh, now this is cute. Oh, you actually have to undo the bow. Oh, I got this in the champagne colorway. So it's this really beautiful champagne-y, creamy, slight goldy color, massive long silk sausage. I mean, very immature, sorry. But then one of the big things that actually made me go for the Silkenberry one over some of the alternatives is that they're 100% mulberry silk. So I did, I was like, if I'm gonna do this, then I want to do it properly and I want to do it like well. And also it comes with all of the extra bits. So you get this really beautiful wide tooth comb, and considering my other wide tooth comb is bright pink, this is more the aesthetic of life that we're going for here. And then you get this very nice little clip to secure it at the top, I believe. And then you also get 2 silk scrunchies. So the amount of product that you're getting for your money is actually pretty good. And the quality of these is really beautiful. Okay, so I've got some water just in an old setting spray bottle, and I'm just gonna dampen my hair. So for reference, I have very thick hair, and then the individual hairs themselves are also pretty thick. My hair tends to hold things pretty well, which is why I am anticipating that this actually will work well for me. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it here because I'm having a little bit of trouble like getting these ends in. but I think that might just be the way that I have like wrapped the last bit around. I think maybe I went a bit tight at the top. I'm gonna leave it like that. I feel like the end might be a problem. I also feel like this has gone wrong a little bit. There we go, there we go. Okay, let's pull that up, refasten it, and now we're gonna try the other side. I'm definitely finding that I'm like leaving quite a lot at the back, so I might start twisting that over as well, just because I feel like this is gonna just be straight. Which I've seen a few people say happened to them, and I can totally see how that could happen, but then I don't know if I'm like overcomplicating it now. I don't know. Definitely the ends that I'm the most like skeptical about, I think, whether they'll work or not. I am going to take another of my silk scrunchies, just tie it together at the back, just to get it out of my face. I think I've done a pretty good job. I think this side is better. I think just practice. That took me, what did I say? It was like 1 o'clock. It's 13 past now. So that's taken me less than 15 minutes to do. And that's the first time doing it. So I imagine you get faster. The only thing I feel like is that I've got loads of hair at the back that I feel like it's going to be straight. So we'll see if that happens. If that does happen, then tomorrow I'll try the whole like one piece over from the front, one piece over from the back thing, which I think might work better. But we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so I've had the Silkenberry sausage thing in my hair for about 2.5 hours now, which is a little bit less time than I was hoping for, but you know, it is what it is. Such is life. I have edited, I've had a snack, I've cuddled my puppy dog. All has been well. I'm a little bit nervous that my hair isn't dry, but that's just because my hair is so darn thick. It's almost impossible to get it to dry naturally. That has been one of the reasons I wanted to get this, was so that I can actually not have to dry my hair totally every single time. The classic wiggle it out, comb it out. Whew. Oh, well, I mean, it's definitely, it's done something, hasn't it? I'm actually really impressed. Okay, that is a lot more curly than I was expecting, actually. It's a lot. It's very, very voluminous. My hair isn't quite dry, but that's my fault for getting it too wet. I think I was worried that it wasn't wet enough, and so I kept putting more water in. But if I show you the back of my head, hopefully you can see that. It's a lot more like voluminous than when I do it myself with the straightener. So we'll see if it drops out a little bit, which I expect it will. But it's really like soft and shiny. Tomorrow we shall try having a shower, and then I will dry it mostly with my pot brush, just because if this is how damp it stayed after just getting it down with water, I definitely don't want to do this on like wet hair. But then I know it's not meant for that anyway. Day one, I'm gonna say this was a pretty impressive success. Good morning, everybody. It is day 2 of this particular experiment. Please forgive again the artificial lighting, but honestly, if I showed you outside right now, when I say it is like raining sideways, but it is what it is. So I have had a shower and I have just done my normal shampoo and conditioner, and I'm just going to use like the normal products on my hair today. I'm not going to try and put any like texture spray in it or anything, because I don't normally like those in my hair. So if I don't have to, you're wonky, aren't you? I'm so sorry. Is that better? I'm not sure. It's fine. So I'm just going to try and keep my routine like as normal as possible. I'm going to dry my hair with my Revlon hot brush thingy as per usual, but I'm not gonna like dry it as thoroughly as I normally would. Also, ironically, my new straightener's arrived yesterday as well. So if this all goes terribly, we have backup. Okay, so the first thing I always put on my hair when I have gotten out of the shower and combed it through with my new wide tooth comb, thank you very much, is to put this Maui Moisture Coconut Milk Weightless Oil Mist. It is hilarious how long this product has lasted me now. Like, it's actually getting a bit obscene. I think I've had this since before I even like started this channel. Like, I definitely had it at our old flat, so that's 2 years ago. So I am going to dry my hair and I will come back to you when we are, I mean, 80% dry. How do I even know when it's 80% dry? What if it's like 85? So I finished drying it. I haven't spent as long smoothing out all the kind of wavy bits and such as I normally would. So I'm hoping that won't be a problem. I forgot to say that obviously protect your hair if you are ever using heat on it. And I do my hair in layers because there's so much of it, and I spray every layer with the Tresemme heat defense spray. So for today, I'm gonna do a couple of things slightly differently. I am going to divide my hair down the back a bit more exactly, and I'm gonna tie this half kind of together because then I think it's gonna keep it out of the way. Wrap from the front and then grab a piece from the back, and then again, it's about just keeping it smooth. That's the thing I'm finding difficult. And then twisting that over. So you're kind of doing it both ways. Then grabbing another piece from the front. Oh yeah, but how do you, I don't understand how you like hold on to it all. Okay, right, so that threads through and that wraps over, hold, and then grab another bit from the back. Like I say, I do think once I've got the hang of this, it's going to be really easy, but it's just like about which bits you hold on to whilst you're wrapping like the other bit, if that makes sense. That's the thing that I'm currently finding quite difficult. So I'm going to continue with this and I will see you guys in a second. Okay, so it's definitely not as neat as the one I did yesterday. I don't know, we're gonna see what happens there. I'm not sure I've got them like crisscrossing over each other because my hair is sort of only just long enough. I mean, I know some people do this with short hair, but you guys are wizards. You're a wizard, Harry. I don't know. I feel like I might have made a bit of a mess in the middle here, but equally, I do feel like I got a lot more of the back of my head into the actual twist. So I feel like I will get more curl on the back of my head, which was, yeah, the only thing that I felt didn't quite work as well as I would have liked it to. See, it's so hard to like keep that bit tight. Maybe we should start from the back. Okay, let's try that. Start from the back, twist that round, and grab our front piece, wrap that round.
Thousands of tears later.
Again, I have no idea what this is going to look like when we undo it. It might be too messy, but we're gonna tie them together again at the back. We're gonna leave it be. It is currently 18 past 10, so we're gonna leave this in for a good couple of hours at least, and then see what we end up with. I feel like there's a big bit I missed at the back. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna... So the whole point of this video is to actually document somebody's first time using this thing. So I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Enjoy, well, I mean, a couple of hours for me, like 2 seconds for you. So, you know, you get the easier deal out of this, you really do. Okay, firstly, I know that you are also wearing the same jumper that you were wearing yesterday, so don't judge me. I'm gonna have to be quick about this because I have a very unhappy puppy dog downstairs that really, really wants to go for a walk. It's now like 35 past 12, so this has been in now for almost exactly the same amount of time as I had it in yesterday. So it stayed very well in place, similarly to how it did yesterday. So that I'm impressed with, because I genuinely thought that was going to be the most annoying thing, was that it was going to unravel itself all the time, and it hasn't done that at all. Want some volume? Oh, that's so much better on the back. Okay, so thoughts. First of all, I'm impressed. I think this is worth the money. Like I said, it's not cheap, but it does definitely do what it says on the tin. However, if you're wanting flatter, more kind of beachy waves, a straightener is still the best way to get that, because like this is very big, bouncy kind of curls, which I like. I don't get me wrong, but it's a very different look to what I would be able to achieve by curling my hair. But then it's really shiny, which is lovely. So I'm enjoying that. And it does seem to be fairly forgiving of like how you've wrapped it. Like these curls are not perfect because I didn't wrap it perfectly, but then I feel like they look quite natural. I could say this was my natural hair and I think people would believe me. If you're somebody that, especially if you have a commute and you're in your car, then this could be brilliant. Because, you know, you could have a shower, mostly dry your hair off, chuck it up in this, like do your makeup, get your breakfast. Like you would have more time in the morning for sure. Hello everyone. Apologies if the previous clip cut off a little weirdly, because I was planning to do this just over 2 days, but then having used the hair wrap twice, as the day went on after I'd let my hair out of it, both times my hair went quite frizzy, and I have quite a lot of natural frizz in my hair. So I have a theory of something that might work better, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry my hair properly, like I would if I was just going to walk out the door with it like that, and then wrap it, because I've watched a few more videos of people using these, and people with naturally like textured, curly, frizzy, wavy hair, and they all seem to say if you dry your hair and then wrap it, the natural texture in your hair will then hold that curl, rather than trying to get it to dry into that curl. Does that make sense? I don't know. So we're gonna give this a go, and I'm really hoping that this comes good, because yeah, although I loved how it looked, it did just go a bit frizzy towards the end of the day, and I ended up just putting it up in a bun, which is kind of defeating the purpose. So I'm going to dry my hair properly and then wrap it, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so my hair is completely dry now, and normally I would just leave it like this and get on with my day, or I would then curl it at this point. So I've just put a little bit of oil through it. Basically, I'm doing everything that I can to combat the frizz. I'm not going to twist it from the back as well this time. I feel like that's a more advanced technique. I think I just need to get used to how to wrap it normally first, and then I might start playing around with that. This time I'm literally just gonna wrap it from the front, just do it, shockingly, just do it exactly how they suggest. As long as it's not frizzy, then I'll be like, okay, cool. A lot of this is literally just gonna be finding out how your hair type works with this. If you have straight hair that is naturally not very frizzy, I think you could do this with it, you know, damp, and that would probably hold it better. But if you're somebody like me that has very thick, quite textured hair already, wrapping it around a silk sausage, I don't think is going to necessarily get rid of that frizz. At least it didn't for me. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that, but equally, worse things have happened. If I have to dry my hair every time before I wrap it, that's kind of fine with me. We're gonna redo that. BRB. Okay, valuable lesson just learned. What I was doing the first time I wrapped it, and you were probably watching this and shouting at me through the screen, but I was wrapping a bit and then holding it, grabbing another bit, wrapping it, and then like holding it. It just made it really, really loose. It's still not super tight, but then I think that's just because my hair's dry, so it's obviously not gonna wrap around it quite so tightly, but that's kind of okay. I'm looking for loose curls and waves anyway. So what you need to make sure you're doing is wrapping it around and then adding the next piece to that piece. So this bit joins with this bit, and then you wrap the whole thing around again. And I'm going to try and do this one a little bit tighter at the base, but then I don't want it to look different. And then we're still playing, we're still experimenting. Because also then I think you get, because obviously I've got shorter bits at the front, which I think a lot of people do, and that kind of wraps that in better. So yes. Make sure you do it that way and not the way that I did it when I wasn't concentrating because I was chatting. Lesson learnt there. So we're all in. So obviously, like, it is not as tight as when it was damp. It's 9:30 now, so we'll see how long it stays in. I'm just around the house this morning, so we'll see how this works, but I shall report back. It's a couple of hours later now, and this side has unwrapped a fair bit, so we'll see how it looks when I take it out. I find this so interesting how every time you do it, it comes out really differently. I think that is the big downside, and I knew it would be, of doing a method like this, is that you can't control how it comes out quite so well. But I have to say, I do like the kind of shape it's given my hair. If you have a look at the back, it's given it a flick, but it hasn't really curled it necessarily. I am gonna finish the video here because otherwise we could keep doing this forever. But I think my next experiment is gonna be doing it dry, because it's a lot smoother, and this isn't going to frizz now. Like, it's just going to drop out a little bit, and to be fair, that might then look really nice once the front has dropped and will match the back a bit. But I'm going to do it dry, but do the crossing, you know, one from the back, one from the front thing. That's going to be my next experiment. If that then doesn't work, then I may call quits on using it, just because if it doesn't work as well, then it doesn't work as well. If you have long straight hair, I think this is brilliant. I think it will work really, really well for you. I think the problem I have is that because my hair is quite naturally frizzy, I do sort of need to dry it first, which then, as we can see, means that it can only really grip to the sausage on the ends. The actual body of the hair doesn't wrap around desperately well. But then, I mean, the more I'm looking at it, and it's already starting to drop out a little bit, the more I'm thinking this does actually look quite good. So if it works, wrapping the back around a bit more works, then I shall keep it and it'll be all good. Let me know your thoughts. If you've used one of these, then let me know how you go. I hope this video is helpful. I appreciate I haven't really reached a yes, I love it, or no, I hate it kind of a conclusion.
5 hours later.
I wanted to give you a little update on how it looks now, because obviously it has dropped out almost completely, and I've just got a little bit of movement through the front. So I do prefer how this looks to if I just left it, because I think it's sort of settled in a little bit more, you know, it's got a bit more bounce to it, which I think is great, but it has dropped out quite a lot. Yeah, I'm still undecided as to the best method of using this. I will continue testing it. I will let you guys know. I wanted to show what it looked like after a dog walk and a couple of hours of just being. So yeah, it looks nice, don't get me wrong, but it's, yeah, I mean, it's not curly anymore. So I really hope that this video has been helpful. This is absolutely my first time ever doing this, so I probably haven't done it perfectly. If you have any tips, please put them in the comments, because I feel like this is a learning curve for anyone doing this for the first time. So yeah, let me know what you do to use your heatless curls to their best advantage. I will be very, very grateful for the tips, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.